got me, and I would just go ham, you know, with the room, supporting everybody in the room. And last year, some people reached out to me, you know, just like, you know what, Angel, I see you on here, you know, what are you doing? So I'm like, you know what, I really don't know, because I was like, I really don't know how to make my mark on here. And so that's when a few people started reaching out to me, like, I see you showing supporting others. Why don't you do what you do in my spaces? So I was like, is this a thing? Like, paid services? And I guess it is a thing, apparently, right? And so then when I started to build confidence in that is when I was like, you know what? Hold on, baby. I am going to see this thing through. And so I got a coach, and I came up with products and programs to help people create their own engagement in their rooms. And that's when I became known as the Clubhouse Engagement Specialist. Well, I love that. Awesome. That's really funny.
No, so if you, you know what, Bashan, you don't know Angels, but probably your first time meeting her. But if you've ever been in a room with her, you would clearly understand why she is the ultimate Clubhouse engagement specialist. Because listen, I am telling you, her engagement strategies are on point. Okay.
Thank you, Sheri.
You're welcome.
For Angel, follow you so that I can come and understand your greatness. You know, I need to see that.
Hold on. I can't even find my Zoom now. Hold on.
It's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say hello to Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Hi, it's so good to see you. I'm curious if you're ready for tomorrow. I know getting started. Sharon just kind of asking everybody to introduce themselves if you want to. While we were waiting for her to set up the room, the other room failed and Clubhouse is being all weird. But anyway, so we're just here chatting.
Hello, I'm here to support. I got your WhatsApp post, so glad to be here. And I'm Sharon. I'm here to upskill your life. I work with professionals to help them upskill their career.
All right, now go, Sharon.
It's your birthday. Okay, all right. I couldn't help it. You said go, Sharon. It's just what comes next, right?
That's a whole vibe. Yep. Thank you, thank you.
All right, you guys, I think we might be ready. Hey, Sharon, welcome. Welcome. Hello. How are you? Let me get back to the screen. Oh, Sharon, you have a pink ticket. Make sure that you join the wait list and I'll let you in. It's a pretty long wait list, but it's only because there's a lot of people that I don't know on there, and I like to really be protective of this space. So make sure that you join the wait list and I will let you into this lovely house. So with that being said, I believe I am ready to start the presentation. Now I got the red bar. You guys, this is not meant to be, huh? Crazy. So I am live streaming on YouTube. So if you want to, the link to the YouTube live stream video is in the chat. It's the last link that's posted. So you can watch it there, or you can simply just listen out here on Clubhouse. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So when we talk about time management, there are some key things that the reason why I wanted to do this course about time management is because, hold on, let me just, okay, hold on. Got it. All right, if you are watching the live stream or if you're on the Zoom, if you can't get in, the Zoom link is actually The code is success. So it's in all lower caps. So it's lowercase SUCCESS if you're trying to get into the Zoom meeting. If not, no worries. Feel free to just grab the live link, which is in the bottom of the chat. So when we talk about time management, there are a couple things that really stand out to me. Let me get to the beginning of this presentation. First of all, I want to welcome you all to the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Sheri, and I am the host of this space and the creator of the Ultimate AI-driven time management strategy, right? It's an on-demand course that's going to help you improve your productivity, improve your work-life balance in order for you to live a happier life. So one of the things that is really near and dear to me, and I know Angel knows a lot more of my story than probably anybody in here, and Cheryl as well, is time, right? So I began to think a lot about time and what time means to me, what it means to us in general. And, you know, I was once in a situation, you guys, where I really thought that I was running out of time. I thought that time was over for me. I didn't believe that I had any more time left to do the things that I wanted to do in life, right? And so when I was in that period in my life, time became really important to me. So ever since then, there's been this rush, this sense of urgency to really measure out my time diligently, right? To put emphasis on the things that mean the most to me, to make sure that I measure my time according to my priorities and being able to achieve the goals that I still want to achieve. So that is one of the reasons why this Ultimate AI time management system or strategy was created. The other reason why it was created was because during my professional career as a nurse, I didn't hear about time management. They didn't teach us that in school. They taught us how to save lives, right? So there was never the conversation of, you know, what to do with the time when you're on the nursing floor, right? It was only about saving the lives of the patients, working all of the shifts that you can possibly work to create as much income as you can, right? So they never talked to you about time management. And one of the things that happened to me, or the major thing that happened was I burned out. I worked myself into a frenzy, working 10, 12, 14-hour days, 7 days a week, pouring all of my precious time into a facility and into other people instead of working on myself and working on what's a priority to me, right? I didn't really understand what my priorities were when I was in that moment. So this program to me is really about helping other people, healthcare workers in particular, but any, worker, content creator, as we think about time and think about how we're spreading our time out, how can we do it in a way that makes sense and that we continue to achieve some success, right? Because, time is something that we're going to run out of eventually. So we need to make sure that we measure this out correctly. So welcome, you guys. Welcome to the Ultimate AI-driven time management system. This is going to be a series of presentations that I do for you, just to sort of go over the topic of time and talk about some practical things that we can implement into our everyday life, whether it be professional or personal, and be able to win some of our time back. So when we talk about time management, we're talking about the system that we use to monitor our time, to monitor what's important to us, to understand, how we can, divvy it out correctly. We're going to prioritize, we're going to delegate some time, we're going to make sure that we have enough time left for us. So let's get into this, you guys. Okay, so the importance of time management and deep work for entrepreneurs. So one of the new concepts that I'm going to probably be introducing to a lot of people here is the concept of deep work, right? We've all heard of time management. We've heard of all of the typical processes and systems for time management. But one time management system that I find to be highly important to content creators and entrepreneurs, people who are creating things, is the art of deep work. So we're going to get deeper into that in some of the later modules of the course. but today I want to talk about some of the principles of time management and how we can use them in our day-to-day life. So let's review procrastination and goal setting. And I know we have been talking about procrastination for a while. Bashan was just in one of my rooms where I talked about the procrastinating mindset of a course creator. So I wanted to make sure that this is one of the principles that we're going to be covering in time management. Procrastination is really the key. If you're going to achieve a goal, you're going to have to be able to master procrastination. And how are we going to overcome this procrastination? So one of the first steps, obviously, is understanding what procrastination is. Oops, prioritization. I'm sorry. Oops, wrong word. Sorry about that, you guys. But procrastination is in here somewhere. So prioritization and goal setting. So prioritizing, obviously, is the art of focusing on tasks that align with your particular goals and contribute to your success. So when we talk about prioritizing, what are we prioritizing in our day-to-day life? So when I do self-reflecting, because I do that at night, and as I'm thinking about prioritization, what did I prioritize? Did I do things, did I take actionable steps towards achieving a goal that I have, right? So Vashawn knows and Angel knows that I love creating courses. So one of the challenges that we just completed was a 2-week Create Your Online Course challenge. So I had to prioritize for those 2 weeks. And one of my priorities was getting my course done. So I had to break down the steps in small increments to be able to build out this course within 2 weeks, right? So understanding what you're prioritizing is important to achieving some success. So sometimes I see a lot of people prioritizing their social media campaigns. You might be prioritizing their email campaigns, which are all important, but are they helping them achieve a certain goal, right? When you're actively in a challenge or, in the flow of something, some things might go on the back burner. They might only, instead of posting every single day and going live every single day, you might want to skip some of that. So you might want to push, the actual art of creating your course and getting it done to the front, right? So understanding what you're prioritizing is important to achieving that success in your life. And in doing that, of course, you have to understand the goals that you're trying to reach. So a lot of what we'll talk about in the course are goals, like what areas of your life are you trying to impact, right? And how can you set those goals to be able to affect your finances, your emotional goals, what are your income goals, so you want to be able to set goals for each part of your life, right? Not just one singular goal, but goal setting. So understanding what your goals are will help you to be able to prioritize every single day, every single week, every single month to achieve some success. So using some methods for prioritization. In the course, we will talk about the Eisenhower matrix, which allows you to really concentrate on high impact activities that drive progress towards your goals. So we'll talk about what your goals look like. We're going to map out your Eisenhower matrix, and then we'll walk through how you can prioritize. And then what you'll come to learn with the Eisenhower matrix is some of the things that you thought are important in your everyday life. As you do the Eisenhower matrix and you look at your 4 quadrants, you begin to realize that those things may not be the highest on your list. So we'll work out the Eisenhower matrix. We'll have some study groups for that. I'll just give you a really brief overview of the Eisenhower matrix. It's where you sort of map out your day using a paper, right? So we're going to do it by hand. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to put 4 quadrants on this piece of paper, and then we are going to label those quadrants as urgent and important tasks, right? Urgent and important, important but not urgent, and urgent but not important, I said that one already, and then tasks that are low priority. So we're going to map out your 4 quadrants. We're going to put different tasks that you have to do throughout the day in these quadrants, and then we're going to go back and look at your paper and see how you completed those goals. Because what you'll see of those tasks, because what you'll notice throughout the day as you're working your Eisenhower matrix is that you're going to move some things around. So some things that might be in your mind as high priority, as you go throughout your day, they're not going to be such high priority. So you're going to draw an arrow to where you're moving it to and place it there until you can get to it. So that's one of the ways that we'll work on our goal setting, in addition to SMART goals, of course. We're going to also work on time blocking and delegation, super important in time management. I cannot tell you how many times I have time blocked my calendar, and I was currently using just the Google Calendar, and I would have a little bit of cushion in between my meetings already set up. And then all of a sudden I have a back-to-back meeting. And I don't know about you guys, but it's totally exhausting to have back-to-back meetings. So I'm going to show you how you can time block your day, how you can I use a tool now called Reclaim, and it actually offers some buffers in between your schedule, and it actually blocks out times for you to decompress after your meeting. So I absolutely love this tool. You may have seen it on my social media. I've been sort of advertising it a little bit, but not a whole lot. I just started using it, but it has helped over the last 2 weeks with really mapping out my day and allowing enough space in between my day to, to make sure that my meetings aren't all crunched up and I have some decompression time in between my meetings. And then we're going to get into the art of deep work. So for how many of you guys, is deep work a new concept for you, or is this something that you've been practicing for a while? You can feel free to either come up or you can leave a message in the chat, but I'm super curious to know if this is a concept that is only new to me or if it's new to the room. So if it's new to the room, if you can put a 1 in the chat, I would appreciate it. If not, that's fine too. Okay, so it's new to Angel. So when you think about deep work, it sounds like, it's the art. Okay, so I'm going to give you the definition of deep work and why you would use deep work. So deep work is where you design a space that minimizes distractions and really promotes focus, such as a clutter-free desk, noise canceling headphones, establishing a consistent routine, right? Making deep work a habit will make it easier over time. So when you think about deep work, is establishing a space, a quiet space where you can work for, I would say, minimum of 2 hours at a time, where you're really hyper-focused on that project. This is how I got this course done so fast, using deep work, because it really allows your creativity to flow freely. There's so many less distractions. I turned my phone off. I didn't answer any emails. I didn't check my social media. I didn't tend to any of the, house things. When we're working from home, it's very easy to get distracted with day-to-day activities in the house. I may look over and see my sink full of dishes and get distracted and say, oh God, I need to go over there and finish that kitchen. Oh God, I need to go over there and sweep the floor. So making sure that you have time blocked out for this deep work, and when you're going to do it, you're able to in advance settle things in the house. So before my deep work started, I would go and make sure that everything was settled. Kids had everything situated, they've been fed, no issues there, kitchen clean, house in order. And now I know I can have these 2 to 4 hours to myself in order to sit and do some deep work, right? And that's where I found the most creativity. And I really was able to buckle down and do my research and really get some deep work done. So we're going to really move into a deep work type of a lesson, type of a work habit, because I think that's going to be great for us creatives as we're creating our courses and creating in our businesses. We need that space to ourselves to really amplify what we already want to do. Right. And then as we move on in this online course, we're going to be looking at a lot of AI powered tools that are going to be able to supercharge our productivity. So when we think about AI powered tools, some of the ones that come to mind are Oh, I have a list of them that I will be sharing in this course. But some of them that come to mind are Reclaim. I think that's probably my favorite one right now. And then there are so many other ones that will block out your schedule for you. I just can't think of the name right now, and I didn't write it down. So this course will come with an entire toolkit with videos on each tool that we talk about. All right. Awesome. I see your heart, Sharon. You can feel free to come off mic, dear, if you have anything you'd like to share.
Well, Sheri, I can tell you, I saw your presentation after you developed your course initially. I haven't seen it all, but I was quite impressed and very engaged. And I know this is a subject that we all grapple with, right? Trying to find the time, especially if you're trying to do something as critical as push out a course, or trying to get your ebook out, or even managing social media. So this is so timely, and I'm so excited. And hearing about deep work, lots of us do this all the time, right? But we don't call it deep work. We just do it, right? But actually putting structure around it,
yes,
is crucial. And I love you having this conversation.
Awesome. Yeah, I think what the biggest impact that we're going to have from this course is the actual accountability that will come with it. So we'll have accountability groups, we'll meet once a week and really practice these principles and review how everybody's doing as they've implemented the ones that have sort of matched their personality, whether it's SMART goal setting, whether it's Pomodoro, whether it's the Eisenhower matrix, whatever you choose to use, we're going to review it. We're going to talk about it and see if it's working or not, right? The key to doing anything with great success is having that accountability, is to take action, do it, and then have that accountability and then talk about it.
Absolutely, Sheri. In a sense, I can kind of see you being, quote, like a coach, right? Some of us, we're coaching others, and the coach needs a coach.
Absolutely.
So you're helping us meet our goals so we can be what we need to be to our clients.
Awesome. And the thing that, as I was doing some more research today, some of the benefits of time management. I mean, obviously, we all know we need to practice good time management. We need to do that because it helps us reach our goals. Yes, but how impactful. I think one of the statistics was that when we, and I'm putting up air quotes, live air quotes on YouTube, when we multitask, we're actually 40% less productive than we would be if we focus on doing one thing. So I know a lot of times in nursing and even in my home life, I'm always bragging about how I can multitask. I can do 2 or 3 things at once, and now I have to think to myself, oh my God, how many of those things am I doing well? How productive am I being? Are we busying ourselves just to be busy? Or are we being intentionally productive to achieve some goals, right? To reach some goals that we have. So I think the difference in creating this course and now sharing this knowledge with you guys is, yes, we all know we need to practice great time management, but how are we doing it? And who's going to keep us accountable? And how are we, are we doing it intentionally to reach a goal? Or are we just practicing good time management to say that we have a spreadsheet? So for me, I know practicing good time management means that I'm going to achieve a goal at the end of it. So when you come to the course, some of my pre-questions are, what goals are you trying to reach? And how can I help you get there? Because as we do our accountability group, we're going to be keeping each other accountable to whatever method we chose and offering up other suggestions, because it is a community that we're building in order to, help each other reach our goals. So time management is key, Sharon. Thank you for that.
Absolutely, Sheri. You mentioned about the multitasker, right?
Mhm.
And of course, many of us have had to do that in our career, but I did recently see that same study that talked about that. So it's very interesting that you mentioned that today, because many of us think we're, overperforming, quote, in a sense. when we're doing that, but it talked about how it's actually a distraction from
Mhm.
getting done what we need to get done.
It is.
For your course.
You know what,
Yeah.
Sharon, it's going to be, we're going to do a live launch in about, I think, another 2 weeks. So what you can do now is you're in the One Click Creator community, right?
I am.
Okay, great. So just stay tuned there. Have you made it to the Mighty Networks yet?
I'm about to. I'm in the process of doing some time management, Sheri.
Got you. Okay, got you. All right, because my course will be live in the Mighty Networks community first. And then obviously the people in the One Click Creator community will have first dibs on it there, and then also in my Facebook group. So you will know as soon as it launches. And if you're in the Mighty Networks community, you'll have obviously, you know, whatever specials Christelle decides that our Academy has, you'll have, you know, first access to it. So awesome. So what I have placed in the chat, you guys, of the Clubhouse room, and this room, listen, you guys have to understand, this room started off rocky as ever. But you know what? It was meant to happen that way, and I'm comfortable with it. So it started off with no internet service, with a bunch of glitches, but we didn't give up. So, but what I put in the chat is it's a chat bot. It's on a Notion page. So all you would have to do, oh, actually it's not on a Notion page. Okay, so it's just the chat bot that I have in the chat. So all you need to do is click that link. And it's been, Pickaxe has been acting a little glitchy today as well. You can try it out, see if it works, but I will be launching this chat bot along with the course. So feel free to try it and give me some feedback. It may have you log in and create an account with Pickaxe, but the accounts are free and they don't email you. So just let me know if you're able to access that chat bot. It's going to print you out a customized schedule. At least that's the idea of it. But I'm so excited about it. I went ahead and shared it with you all now, but that will be launching with the course as well. So you'll have access to that chat bot. Are there any questions?
Page launch, Sheri. I did get to the page.
Uh-oh, say it one more time.
I did get to the page. It did launch.
Oh, good. All right. All right. Well, hopefully it will, it's supposed to ask you a series of questions. It's supposed to be conversational style. So I would love your feedback as to what it's telling you. It took a lot of programming, but I think I finally got it nailed.
I will. I'm working on one as well, so that's exciting.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you doing a chat bot or are you doing a Pickaxe?
I'm doing a chat bot.
Oh my God. So are you doing it on Pickaxe or are you doing it on a different site?
I'm actually working on Poe right now.
Yeah, I was thinking about moving that over to Poe because Pickaxe, it may send you error codes every once in a while. So I might have to move that. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for that. If anybody wants to come up on stage, I'm going to go ahead and log out of this Zoom.